Morena leaders, atamarie, ngā mihi o te ata kia koutou. Awhimai here, and it's Friday the 24th of July, and oh my gosh, the year's going so fast. But welcome to this week's interview session, and really excited about today because I've known Linsey for maybe 3 years, I think, when she came to my first iWahine leadership hui. But I'll let her talk about that when I bring her on. But anyway, I hope everybody is well. I hope you've got an awesome start. As you can see in Wellington, it's a beautiful sunny day, and thank God I'm so over the weather. And I know I try not to let the weather influence how I feel and think, but I've been a little bit under the weather for the last 3 weeks, and so it's kind of good. It just does lift your mood and how you feel about stuff. And I could do with some warmth. I don't know about you, but I could do with some feeling the sun on my skin. So just really happy to be here with everyone this morning. Okay, so let me bring on Linsey Smith. She's one of our members, and probably many of you know her. She has Aroha Nui Yoga, and I'll let her talk more about it than me ramble on. Okay, right, let's bring Linsey on. Add to stream. Morena, Linsey.
Morena.
Oh, welcome. Thank you for agreeing to be a part of the weekly show this week. It's really awesome to have you on. And let's start by, why don't you just introduce yourself, Linsey?
Okay. Ko Linsey ahau, ko te arawa te waka, no te awaroa ahau e noho ana. My name is Linsey. I'm te arawa, and I currently live in Te Awaroa, or aka Helensville, in Auckland, Tamaki Makaurau. And I'm a yoga teacher.
So
I'm a yoga teacher, and I have been teaching for 20 years. I own Aroha Nui Yoga. I'm also a mum, and I've got 4 children and 1 mokopuna.
Awesome. Oh yes, he's grown, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 1 now.
I think I saw, was Olivia in Wellington last week?
Yes, she was.
I thought I saw her. I was saying to my daughter, I think that's, but I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
she was waved out or something. Yeah, she was with a friend.
Yeah, I was, but I don't want to impose, and I was with whānau as well. So anyway, sorry to take it down that stream, but anyway, now tell us about Aroha Nui. Yeah, I've been to a yoga retreat of Linsey's a couple of years ago up in Helensville. Helensville is beautiful. I probably just only been through quickly a couple of times, but it was beautiful, and I really enjoyed. I was talking to someone else about it the other day, and Linsey, it was a lovely experience. But do you know what I can remember?
What's that?
The kai.
Oh, the kai. The kai.
The Māori potatoes and everything.
You did an amazing job of the kai. Yeah.
Yeah.
The kai was really good. Like healthy and delicious.
But it was the whole experience, and the kai sort of contributed to the whole experience. And I was just saying to Linsey that, I find it hard to relax because I'm an A-type personality. I'm always moving all the time. So it's really hard for me to calm down. I have to work at it. It doesn't come easily. And sometimes I don't want to calm down. I want to, do all my things. So that day, was it an anniversary day? It was a long weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Auckland anniversary. Yeah, and I denied about doing it on a public holiday. Well, for Auckland, I suppose, but I was glad I did it then. Yeah, it was a lovely, beautiful day, and a nice, small, intimate group, which I thought worked really well.
And I agree. I mean, I live in Wellington for people who don't know, and I traipsed all the way up to Helensville, and I was thinking, gosh, this is a long way to go for a retreat, but it was actually the best thing that I did, and it was at the start of the year, so it was a great way to just reset and prepare for the year, and I thought it was really great, so thank you. So tell us what you've been doing since then, was that at the beginning of 2018? Or 19?
2019. Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, at the beginning of last year. I did one of I did do the retreat this year as well, at the beginning of this year, and I changed it from the public holiday. That was just to fit in with a few people from Auckland that wanted to come. Yeah, and it was successful as well. It was getting quite a small, intimate group. But since then, I've been developing more online. And I still want to do retreats. I still teach face-to-face. That's sort of like the core business for me. And but I've been developing online and working on producing a course online, which I'm still working on, but I have almost got it ready to launch. Yeah, so that's launching this year. At least one course online, and another I'm trying to take that retreat and put it online. So something very similar to what we did, but online. Yeah,
that is exciting. It's exciting. So how has that helped your business, taking it from, because yoga is mostly people go to the studio and do it in person, and can see the advantages of that, around correcting movements, I guess. What has been, how have you managed to move it successfully to the online space?
Well, I think that a big part of that probably has been lockdown. So there was no option for people. They had to go online. Yeah, and then introduced a lot of people to the experience. And since then, so I took all my classes online. I actually did it a week before lockdown because we had actually been to Rarotonga, and we came back, and then we learned that we had to go into self-isolation. So I already had my classes running, so I put them on online then, and then a week later everyone went into lockdown. So what happened then was I immediately just started to teach straight on to a Facebook group, and went on from there. So it was quite a while that we were online for. I wanted to keep delivering to my students. I wanted them to have consistency. I thought that was sort of really important during lockdown to, have something that was still familiar and have something consistent and still show up at the same time, even though it was in your own home, it was still at the same time. Yeah. So that was really good. Lots of people transitioned over. Some people couldn't really, though they didn't get as much out of it for them, but other people found it was great. And so after that lockdown period finished, I have continued one class, which I do exclusively online. And how that's grown for me is that now I've got people from all over New Zealand doing it. And the other thing that has happened is that privately, I've been doing some teaching private classes, and we've added a couple of people from Sweden in there. And so that's been really neat, and to bring in, see that you can actually do it anywhere if you're online. You can do it to anywhere. You can, have students all over the world. So it's still growing, but something that I see hopefully happening in the future, continuing on that way.
Awesome. So as a student that has signed up, I have in the past signed up for Linsey's classes online. I can say for me, I found them really great. I love the fact that I didn't have to go out, especially during winter, but I don't think it matters for me. Being able to do it from home, you can do it online, live at the same time. But I think the other advantage is the being able, because Linsey made the classes, she recorded them and made them available later, so you could actually do them again. If you didn't turn up for the class, or if you just wanted to do it again, you were able to do them again. And I thought that was a bonus, actually. So a
lot of people are loving that, because not all people come to the lives. It means that if you can't make it, you can still do that class, and heaps of people have been taking advantage of that. So in the group, you can join for the term. I extended the term this time because I thought, right, we're going to commit to a full-length term, and so it's actually 10 weeks this time round, and lots of people came on board for that. So I was a bit sort of like wondering whether that'd be too much for people to commit to that length of time, but they have signed up, and the bonus for them is that they can do it the next day. I've got one lady a beautiful wahine, who's doing it every day. She said she's going to get up every morning and do the class again. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're doing a little bit of experimentation, trying things, and you're being okay with whatever happens, right?
Yep, I am. I'm still focused on bringing my online courses out, but this is doing the lives. And so then now that's opened up another stream, because before I hadn't really thought about that. I was focused on doing online courses that weren't live, like pre-recordings, and people can come in and do that course, and then it would be available for them for the life of the course, for however long that is, probably at least a year. And this was something new and different, was going live. Yeah, so it's kind of like being forced into that, but in a good way, having a good result, and opening up another avenue of how people want to interact with you as well, because with pre-recorded, there's no interaction, but now that I'm on Zoom, and we sort of, it was just experimenting. It was just getting to know, you've got to angle the camera at a certain way so that I can see people, but also I want the class to flow so that when they do the recordings, it's just not me instructing those people that came. It's still a class that anyone can come in and do, even if they weren't there live.
Yeah, and make it feel like it's live.
Yes, make it feel like it's still live. Yeah.
So your online courses, are they like the classes but pre-recorded, or are they teaching people something?
There's going to be teaching sort of more, going into more in depth into certain areas.
Okay.
One is going to be for yoga for calm. So it's going to be for stress and calm. And it's going to be a short course and a slow intro. And then after that, we'll go into teaching people more things and branching out into doing things like we did in the retreat. So it's facilitating rather than just teaching yoga. We're not just going to be doing like a normal hour and a half or hour yoga class. That will be going more into depth, all sorts of things such as journaling, things that like we did on the retreat.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. It sounds really good. So tell me, you joined iWahine Unlocked. Well, why did you join? Why did you join the group?
I joined the group because, I came to the hui. That was the first time I was introduced to you and to iWahine, and I got so much out of that experience, and it was about connecting with other wahine. That's what I got out of it. It was like really inspirational people, and people who are just, they're just bringing their whole heart into what they're doing. And that was what I thought was very inspiring and made me sort of go a bit further and bring out more of who I am into my teaching and into my classes, and not hold back from that. I think before maybe I was kind of holding back a little bit and not bringing me all out. Yeah,
your whole self.
Yeah, my whole self, and my culture and some of my language, which I'm trying to bring in. So I'm bringing in the te reo, and I'm bringing in us, our culture. So that's what I want to bring to it, because it's unique and it's beautiful, and to me it aligns with the yoga as well. A lot of it aligns, like there's differences but there's similarities, and just bringing in that depth as well.
I can see your growth over the years. I think it's been 3 years. And the first year we had Te Raiva Ferris and her daughters, and they were just beautiful. And they gave a sense of grounding and being strong in who you are, in your feminine power, who you are I mean, you're a goddess. I love that. I love that whole thing. And then the second year we held it in Hamilton, and Linsey actually spoke. She was one of our speakers at the second hui. So that was really cool. And just seeing that from going from your first hui to the second one, and then from where you are today, is just been awesome. Awesome. So I've had some experience having online courses and doing things live. We're in different industries, if you like. I would say for me, it's probably been more successful being live for me. And but that doesn't mean I won't do the course. I still have a Wahine tour course, which I've got, and I don't promote that much. But I think it might be partly because when you're learning, when I was at that stage that I created those videos, as I was trying to aim for perfection, but I think I come across when I look at them, I'm a bit wooden, whereas here I'm just being myself when you're live. I think that's the difference. And so what I'm doing is I'm recording exactly what you're doing. Is I'm recording these and I'm just making them available as a course.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and I know what you mean about that. And I have learned that was one of my barriers, I suppose. One of my blocks was that I had to be perfect, and I've got to lose weight, I've got to before I can
tell me about
it. And then just having that shove sort of through lockdown made you realise that you don't have to do any of that. You have to be you.
Yes.
And put yourself out there, and that people don't want the wooden you. They want the real you.
And
they
don't necessarily want the perfect. They don't necessarily want the perfect skinny. Yoga.
That's what I feel I bring to it as well. Is there's enough out there, and that's great. But I want to inspire women who aren't maybe the young, thin. White woman, because that's what a lot of the images are out there, and the perfect tights and doing amazing out there poses that actually a lot of people can't do or shouldn't do or may not ever do, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be able to do some extreme pose to be a yoga person, a yogi. You don't have to, and that's not what it's about. So I want to bring more of the authentic yoga, respect the roots of yoga too, because the roots of yoga it's kind of like there's a whakapapa to yoga. So I don't want to stand, I want to respect that at the same time as bringing in, the flavour that I bring into it. And, I think that helps a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there who can benefit from yoga and may be put off by thinking they have to be a certain way or a certain look or a certain size or age, and you don't.
So I think it's breaking down those perceptions and thinking. And that needs to be your marketing message, by the way, is, that's who you're targeting. And maybe you say something that's not for the young thin, better not say white, but the young thin. But, because you're right, those are the images that we have of people who are yoga, advanced yogis. What do you call them, yogis?
Yoga. Well, female is a yogini.
Yogini. Oh, I like that.
Yogini.
Okay, just looking at my questions. Okay, Linsey, what's next for you?
Getting my course finished and putting it out there, launching that. And the second course, I've also got the ideas sort of like for the next course. So finishing first course, starting second course, and launching those, but also doing more te reo in the Māori, te reo in the yoga. So during our karanga course, the last one that I was on, the karanga noho, that
I missed.
So I did complete the course, and we had a module where we had to present in te reo Māori, and I kind of got like, oh, you can teach us yoga. Like, okay. So that's what we did on the last noho as part of my assignment, and that kind of gave me a little bit of a push and to start developing. So that's one thing that's going to come out as well. And I have got a little secret thing that's coming out soon, but I can't tell anyone yet. It's just something that I did along those lines. And so that also encouraged me and inspired me to do more of that. And that's going to be developing either online, probably online, or maybe just incorporating. I still incorporate it into all the classes now. And just even if it's just a little thing, because I do want to see more Māori doing yoga. I do. I think it's something that can benefit us as a people, like lift health and well-being. Yeah. And, it doesn't have to be yoga, but maybe meditation, mindfulness, things along those lines. And I know it's starting to happen as well, because I could see it out there. I can see more and more offerings and more people teaching, and so that's growing. So I'd like to see that, but also everyone benefits, and especially women as well. I want to feel that they can be uplifted.
Cool. And I agree with you. People are are looking for more. They want to calm a life, which is what I'm trying to do. And I struggle with it. I'm getting into plants. This one I've chopped up.
You've got some plants.
Stuff like that. What's that? I'm doing that. I'm also looking at creating. I've always been very work focused, so I'm just trying to create a beautiful space that I love, that brings me joy, because I work from home. And I've got this. I bought this print online by this Māori artist, and she did it during lockdown. And it's called Balance. And when I'm getting it framed. When it comes back, I'll have to show everyone. So I'm doing stuff like that, looking for things that really bring me joy. Marie, whatever her name, Kondo, is it? Stuff that brings me joy and makes me happy. And so that sort of stuff. I haven't signed up for your course this term. I'm just really, I feel really exhausted, and I just need to. I've got some things planned, like I'm going to be moving shortly. So when I get myself sorted, then I'll reconnect again.
Yeah. I've got it so that you can come on weekly as well. This course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so people can pop on and do one class, and then they'll come into the group for 1 week. So they have the access to that class for a week, and then if they want to do the next week, I'll keep it going for them. You can do it weekly as well, or just one off.
That's really cool. So it's like a casual rate?
Yeah, casual rate. So if you don't want to commit to the whole thing, you can just come on a week and then go off the next week and then come back on. Yeah.
Okay. I'll certainly think about that after I move. Because the other thing I've been trying is Pilates too on the reformer.
Machines. Yeah. I'll try that actually. That looks really good. Yeah,
just to help with my core strength. I'm not trying to be skinny, nor do I want to be, because I love eating too much. But I want to strengthen my core, because I actually put my back out too, and it was from a stupid thing. I was vacuuming, but my vacuum cleaner's got really suction, and I think I just turned funny, and then I did something. I thought, I think my core, I need to strengthen it. So I did a beginner's session of that. So I'm thinking about that as well. So I'm just thinking about my wellness, because I think it's really important that we do that. Can I tell you, do you have because I'm thinking about running a vision board class. So I'm just wondering, do you have a vision board or anything like that?
I did do vision boards, but I haven't got one at the moment. But I write a lot. I have things in my journal, and I put down, where I'm sort of going. Yeah. One thing that I did a little while ago was I did this, the 25 things that you really want to achieve. Nice. And then what you do is you number them 1 to 25. So you randomly write them down. Then you number them. So you don't put them in order when you write them down. You just sort of like stream of consciousness, I suppose, write down the 25 things. And then you go through and you number them. and then so of the most important to the least important, and then you cross off 20. You cross off.
Wow, so you got 5.
Yeah. So you got 5, and
Yeah.
that's what you focus on. So I've kind of did that a little while ago, and I've got it pinned up, in my office.
Nice.
And I do look at that because I am one who wants to do all 25.
Yeah.
And I do them all at once.
Yeah.
I thought, no, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to focus a bit more on what I really want to achieve and what I really want to focus on. So that really helped me to come back to saying, no, I like, it doesn't matter if you could still have those things there, but what this method is that you cross off, once you feel like you've achieved that thing, you can cross it off from the top 5 and one of the other things can come up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's just a way for me, because I do tend to like maybe scatter my energy, and then I'm going too thin and I want to go deep. So, yeah.
That's a great idea. When I work with clients, I get them to focus on 3 to 5, depending how big they are. Like the last one, she's working on the big things, so I've got her to focus on 3. But that's a great idea, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's exact me, rather than having a vision board. But I did do vision boards. I like them. They're good too. Done those in the past, and I do mind maps, and I do but just lots of writing and books. I've got books scattered everywhere, but that's another thing, is I have to bring it together a little bit so that I've got one book.
I'm a bit like you. I've got a book I started right here, but it's actually quite interesting when you discover them again and you read where you were at that time. It's interesting, and you see where you're at today. It's quite good. So
I quite like it because it makes it happen, but it's not like I don't have to look at it every single day and say, oh, this is what I'm doing. Like it's actually, it just goes more intuitively. So you start heading in that direction, and then you look, like you say, you look back and you go, oh, yeah, I am doing that now. Yeah.
That's real cool. Okay, so we're coming up to 30 minutes. So just tell me, Linsey, what's the impact you want to make on the world?
That's a big one.
I just introduced it. Sorry to put you on the spot, but if you can answer, that'll be very cool.
Well, I feel like just looking at my students, I sort of look at my students and just think everyone has something. Everyone is, important. Everyone needs to be seen, heard, and validated, I feel. And love, and have self-love. And so I want the people that I teach to have that.
Nice.
That's what I want. Yeah, and then overall on the world, I want to see more wahine doing yoga or any other practice that brings them to that point as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. By the way, everyone, you probably couldn't see it because of my hair, but both Linsey and I, here's a promotion again for Tralee Creations. So Linsey's got green ones, I've got blue ones.
Great and beautiful.
You need to put your hair back so we can have a good look. Oh, nice. Oh, they're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's lovely, Tracy.
Well, I think so too.
Yeah.
Green's not my colour, but they look beautiful. So there you go, Tracy. We're promoting you. The other thing, I don't know if Tracy's doing this, and I'm probably putting her on the spot at the moment, is that she takes photos really good. Remember the photos she did? So I'm probably. And I don't know if she's listening, but if she's still doing photos, I'm probably going to due for a photo shot, because I was looking at all my photos. I'm just so sick of them that I need some new, because you always need photos when you're promoting your course and all that kind of stuff. So, Tracy, look out. I'm going to be giving you a call sometimes. Wait till the weather's a bit nicer, and cool. So, thank you. Linsey, any final words you want to give to our wahine and our rōpū, our leaders in our rōpū?
Well, thank you for everything that you're putting up on the group. I really look forward to that group and seeing what people are doing, and it's very inspiring, and it keeps me my cup filled to look at other people and see what they're doing. And so, yeah, keep going.
Thank you, Linsey.
I just want to keep going with your journey, and that's beautiful. And thank you, Awhimai, for creating the group and inspiring so many women as well.
Thank you, Linsey. And people who want to sign up for yoga, where should they go?
They can go to my website. It's arohanuiyoga.com.co.nz, arohanuiyoga.co.nz, and
arohanui.co.nz.
arohanuiyoga.co.nz. Yep. So you can go there and you can sign up there for the weekly. It's called Te Puna Ora, is the weekly online course. So
okay. So they go to Aroha Nui. I'll put it on the banner.
Yeah.
So arohanuiyoga.co.nz.
Yeah.
Me. Let me try again, so I can put it up again. And you said to go to select. What did I say?
If you go to the online, book online, I think it is, book online, and there will be the course there.
And it's called
Te Puna Ora.
Is it one word or space?
Spaces.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to do that. We should have got our act together. Awhimai hasn't got our act together, people. There you go. arohanui.co.nz, and to book online, I don't know where I put that, Te Puna Ora. There you go.
Yeah, and we've got a beautiful group there, a gorgeous group of women, and you also get onto that Facebook group from when you book on that. Cool.
There you go. Beautiful group of women to do yoga with. I've done it myself. Not that group, but maybe you might be seeing me soon. So thank you again, Linsey. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Kia ora. Hei kona.
Hei kona.
Can you stay on, Linsey? I'm just going to wind off, and then I'll just mute you while I just... Okay, so that's us. Kia ora koutou. Thank you for listening. I mean, this is about connecting, which is what a lot of women said. They wanted to network, they wanted to connect, they wanted to know what other people are doing. So there's Linsey, that's her beautiful business, Aroha Nui Yoga. I've like you heard, I did the retreat, I've done the online yoga and really got a lot out of it. And then I'm thinking, no, why haven't I signed up again? Only because I've been really down at the moment, not depressed, I mean sick. So I'm certainly going to give it some thought and perhaps sign up again for this next lot of classes. So there you go, everyone. Have an awesome weekend. Kia pai o koutou rā whakatā. And on Monday, I'm going to be presenting to you at the weekly live show, probably around vision boards. So I'm thinking about that, and yeah, that's me. So enjoy your weekend. I'm going to watch the netball tonight and rugby tomorrow and spend time with whānau. Okay then, hei kona.